What the word is, it's your boy Rhymes Oso, in case you ain't know so. Rhymes Oso the sum, Oso the most. And this is Sumpn Bout Rhymes Oso. So I got this record, Sumpn Bout, that I released recently, right? It's on Tidal, it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, Apple Music, it's everywhere, Deezer, all of that. But I figured, why y'all gonna go check out the record if y'all don't even know who the fuck I am? So, with that being said, I figured I'd come up with a segment, Sumpn Bout Rhymes Oso. So, you can find out about me, and then right after you finish that, you can go check out the record. You know what I'm saying? And then you can go and follow me on IG, or you can go subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can go check out my website, rhymesoso.com. Either way, you can do your thing. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if there's any questions that I missed. Like, let me know what's something you want to know about Rhymes Oso.
Where are you from?
Alexandra Park, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Downtown Toronto to be exact, but yeah.
Background?
Nigerian background. Canadian born, so depending on who you ask a true Nigerian, they're gonna tell me I'm Canadian. You ask somebody who's Canadian, they're gonna tell me I'm Nigerian. But both parents Nigerian, born in Toronto. Mount Sinai Hospital, what up?
What first got you into music?
I would definitely say it would be my parents, especially my dad. He had a gang of records, everything from like Conway Tweedy to Aaron Neville to Bob Marley to Manhattans to like he was all over the Everly Brothers, like he was all over the place with it. So I always got to hear a lot of music. And then with my older siblings, they got into the hip hop, introduced me to that, and the hip hop and the R&B and the house music. I be fucking with some house music too. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, they got me into that, and I've been in love with music my entire life.
Who inspired you to make music?
I don't think it's any one particular person. I got a lot of influences when it comes to music. Like you can see the wall behind me. That's just a short list of them, but like KRS-One is definitely one of the biggest influences for me. Big Daddy Kane is another one. Nori is another one. Like that was the his style of rapping was the first style that I kind of like wrote a rap, like the first time that I wrote a rap. And Canadian wise, Socrates was real dope, and I was a huge fan of his. He dropped that Hate Runs Deep jump off, and was it Time's Up? Can't remember. Father Time, that's what it was called, I believe. Father Time. Yeah, those are all big influences for me.
How would you describe the music that you typically create?
Fun, funky, energetic, thoughtful, thought-provoking, bars. Shit. It's a variety of stuff. Like I try to make sure that I don't just stay in one lane. I try to touch a bunch of different sounds because I vibe with a bunch of different sounds. As I mentioned, like I mess with house, I mix with rock, I mix with all kind of things. So I try to mesh in different aspects of all of those.
Who would you most like to collaborate with?
You know what? I did write down an answer, but I'm actually going to change it. And I'm gonna say honestly and truthfully, Snoop. Snoop would be the person that I'd like to collaborate with the most. Like initially, I was gonna say Erykah Badu or Jhené Aiko because I love the chemistry of R&B and hip hop on a record, and both of those two have voices that are incredible, and they what do you want to talk? You know, they just speak to my vibration. Like I dig their voices, but all time, like Snoop has been such And I guess he could be a big influence too, but he was a big influence on my hip hop style and fandom. That would be one person that I'd appreciate collaborating with.
If you could go open a show for any artist, who would it be?
The D-O-double-G, I gotta say it again. I've been fortunate enough to see him a couple times. First time I saw him was at WECFest. I don't exactly remember what year it was. It was the first year they did WECFest. Shout out to WEC. Shout out to Dre. Shout out to Ted, what the word is. Driver Ted, you know what it is. Yeah, he's got a ill show. The energy is dope. He's got classics upon classics. His crowd interaction, the energy, like he's a very dope performer, and that would be an honor to be able to open for him, for real.
What is the most useless talent you have?
Most useless talent I have, the ability to sleep damn near anywhere at damn near any time. Like if you tell me that I got a half hour to chill out for a minute or whatever to catch some rest, I'm gonna get me 20 minutes sleep. Don't get it twisted. Some people say they don't know how to do it, but you know.
Do you sing in the shower?
Hell yeah.
And what songs?
Whatever I was listening to that day. All the high notes, all the off notes, it don't matter. I be singing, especially my shit. I love singing my shit in the shower, but yeah, I be singing in the shower. Yeah.
Where have you performed, and what are your favorite and least favorite venues?
I can't remember all the places. I performed a few spots. El Macombo was my first show. I'm excited to know that they reopened in that spot. I'm excited to know El Macombo is open in that spot. And I'm really looking to get back in there. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking to get back in there. But El Macombo was dope. Rivoli was dope. Revival was dope. What's that place called? Mod Club was cool. Coalition performed there. Jody's joint, we were hosting the night there for a while. I performed at a few different spots throughout the city. A few different spots. Oh, and shout out to Tamagami. They had me out there, and that was a dope experience. I performed out there, so shout out to Tamagami. My favorite spot to actually perform at was Revival. And part of the reason is the way the stage set up and the sound is and where the bar is at and whatnot. It's just a dope vibe. Worst place that I performed at was Coalition because they had a low ass ceiling. I couldn't jump, I couldn't put my hands up, I couldn't do shit. The sound was good, the sound was dope, but yeah, man, the height on the stage was just too low.
How do you feel the internet has impacted the music business?
It's weird. For me, I will say for the artist, it's been a blessing in a sense because it's given the artist a lot more control over their product. Like, you don't have to go through as many channels. You can go direct to fan. Your fan can engage directly with you. The earning potential is a lot higher as well. So it definitely has its advantages, but with that, there also came some disadvantages because now the filtering process is different. So even though you can get directly to market, so can 10 million other people. So it made it a little bit harder to actually get the attention and whatnot, which is where, you know, labels still have a bit of advantage because they've got a better budget and they can reach a lot further and they have a lot more connections than you will have as one individual starting off. But if you're that one individual and you do manage to make those connections, it's a beautiful game thanks to this internet, for real.
So, what is your favorite song to perform?
Shit, I got a lot of I know I'm new to y'all, but I ain't new to this. I got a lot of records, so it changes. But I gotta say, Get in the Groove is probably my favorite record to perform right now. Like, shout out to Timian on the production and on that bass. When that bass gets a pluck in, it don't matter who you are. I don't care. You're getting up and you're dancing when you hear that record. That's what I love. I love seeing people have a good time, getting involved. It's got a nice call and response vibe to it. It's available on Spotify right now. It's available on Tidal right now. It's available on Apple Music right now. I'm just saying. But yeah, it's got a really dope vibe to it, and it's always a lot of fun to perform that record. Favorite musicians that I admire. It's a long list. First and foremost, I'm gonna shout these two people because they're no longer here with us. Tupac and Nipsey. Tupac, first and foremost, was the first rapper that it wasn't necessarily that he was the most technically sound rapper or anything like that, but as far as passion and thoughtfulness and the ability to just from when the record comes on, snatch your attention and not let it go until he was ready to do it. Yeah, I definitely gotta give a shout to Tupac. And as far as Nipsey, it was such a shame to lose that young brother, man, because he embodied so much of what everybody out there he represented all of us in the perfect fashion. Like, I'd watch him and I'd hear him and I'd hear myself, and it wasn't like, even though he was a Crip, it wasn't like you were relating to him on a gangbang level. It was just on a real level. Like, yo, I can whatever it is I'm doing, whether I'm going to school, whether I'm working, or whatever, I can run this marathon and I can get to my goal. I just gotta stay focused. I gotta grind. And the fact that he inspired so many, the fact that he did so much for his neighborhood, the fact that he just sparked so many minds like myself, yeah, it's hard to top that, man. It's real hard to top that shit. And as far as living, somebody that I want to give they flowers as a celebrity, you know what? I'm gonna keep it local. I'm gonna keep it Toronto. And I'm not gonna say you think I'm gonna say. I'm actually gonna say Cardi. And I'm gonna say that because, for me personally, like, I remember being in public school, seeing him perform in the park on the green stage, which we still have at Alex Park, by the way, but performing on the green stage there in front of the beer garden. And he might have been, what, like 15, 14 years, like maybe even younger than that, because I don't even think he left public school as yet. But he's been doing this thing for a very long time. He's achieved a hell of a lot. And he's always repped the city. No matter where he went, he made sure that Toronto had a face, had a representative. So salute to him. And yeah, I gotta give him an acknowledgement as an inspiration, for real.
What is the most trouble you've ever gotten into?
Next question. It's a long ass list, so we'll just say next question.
What is the best advice you've been given?
You only fail when you don't try. I've been given a lot of advice and there's a lot of gems, but that's probably one of my favorites is you only fail if you don't try. A close second, and I'm gonna give an honorable mention. Ones and twos make threes and fours, but we'll get into that another day.
If you could change anything about the industry, what would it be?
Yeah, I definitely changed the dollars over content ratio. Like, I just feel like everybody's out there chasing the bag and don't give a fuck what they see out their mouth, and you're forgetting that, you know, your mouth is pretty powerful. The words that you speak are really powerful, and you know it's taken way too lightly. And we see the influences on us every day, but we don't want to acknowledge it. So that dollars over content ratio, I'd like to flip that. I think that would be very essential for humanity. Shit.
What's next for you?
More music, more exposure, more experience, more love, more life. That's it.